The interlayer PCB printing process involves creating the conductive circuit patterns on the inner layers of a multilayer printed circuit board, PCB. Here is a step-by-step overview of the interlayer PCB printing process. 1. Start with copper-clad laminates that consist of a layer of copper bonded to an insulating substrate. Clean the laminates to remove any dirt, oils, or contaminants. 2. Apply a layer of photosensitive material called photoresist onto both sides of the copper-clad laminates. The photoresist acts as a protective layer that enables selective removal of copper during subsequent steps. 3. Align and position a photographic film or photomask containing the desired circuit pattern onto the photoresist-coated laminate. Expose the laminate to UV light, which passes through the clear areas of the mask and hardens the corresponding regions of the photoresist. 4. The laminate is immersed in a chemical developer that removes the unexposed or softened photoresist, leaving behind the hardened areas that define the circuit pattern. The exposed copper areas are now exposed. 5. The laminate undergoes an etching process to selectively remove the exposed copper and create the desired circuit traces. The etching solution used typically contains an acidic solution, such as ferric chloride or ammonium persulfate, which dissolves the copper while leaving the photoresist and underlying substrate intact. Stripping. After etching, the remaining photoresist is stripped off the laminate, leaving only the copper circuitry behind. This stripping process involves using a chemical solution or plasma treatment to remove the photoresist from the board. Inspect the inner layers to ensure that the circuit patterns are accurately formed and there are no defects. Clean the inner layers to remove any residues or contaminants left from the previous steps. Once the inner layers are ready, they are stacked together with insulating material between them. The layers are aligned and bonded using heat and pressure to create a multilayer PCB structure. After the inner layer bonding, the PCB undergoes a drilling process to create holes or vias that will be used for component mounting and electrical connections between different layers. The inner layer PCB printing process is a critical step in PCB manufacturing as it establishes the conductive pathways and circuitry within the inner layers of a multilayer PCB.